Ooh, did I make sure my mic is? Oh, hey, buddy. You all right?
I'm good. We just won 18 straight games. Look at me.
Very true. You did just win 18.
Very chill. No worries at all. But let's talk about you first. You guys had a great game.
Oh, look at here. It's simple. We're better than them. We're better than Lakers. It's just simple as that. It's that simple. Yeah. We ain't got Kawhi. We led so the funny thing is, Twitter was very, very silent the first half of the game. I was the only one talking about the game. I think I said one time, I was like, oh, what a terrible way to end a half. It's like somebody's like, why are you like, what are you talking about? Get half, the quarter isn't over yet. They assumed I was talking about the Warriors Suns game. I was like, I'm not watching that game. That's not my team. I am paying attention to it, but I'm not paying attention to the point where I am going to be tweeting about it. I'm tweeting about my squad beating our rival, would say, maybe, probably, maybe not, just city rival. I wouldn't say like rival because they just, they are who they are. But look, Laker fans, we are better than you. Look at here. That's it. Simple as that. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? 2 years in a row, we're better than y'all. Yes, I know all fans gonna be we won a chip. Y'all ain't won one. Yes, I understand. We ain't won one. I'm not talking about Pat. I know you got me. I'm born and raised here. I know what it is. I know who runs. I get it. But who runs the court right now? The last 4 times have been us. Okay, just to let you have been beaten. You just 4-game winning streak. You know what I'm saying? It's just we don't have Kawhi, and we still beat. You had your whole team. You had your entire team last night.
Yeah.
Everybody. Nobody was missing. No one. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping, going this game and people be like, oh, okay, missing LeBron. They ain't going like, oh, you're missing this, you're missing that. That's why you guys won. I'm like, okay, we're missing Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? And with the first 3 quarters, we were trash, ending the quarter, but we still had a lead. We always grew a lead. We're knocking down shots. Morris showed up. Morris had 20 plus. Whenever Morris has 20 plus, we're 12-0. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. It's just that simple. Like, just let's not. Shan Sharp was on there complaining about why can't we stop them? Because for one, just top to the bottom, our roster is better. As a cohesive roster, you may have better individual players.
Yeah,
they have better individual, but as a roster cohesive, we are better. We have a better coach, which was obvious. Like, we ain't got the play. According to, I think out the betters, I think we were supposed to lose by like 7 or something like that. They didn't even lead. They didn't even take the lead one time. Not even 1 point. So it's one of those things. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. It's one of the things I knew coming in. I especially knew we were going to win when they flexed our game. When they flexed our game for y'all, to put y'all on the main, ESPN. I was like, oh, we're definitely going to win. We play better when we're not. When we're not. It's just regular season, though. Like, it's a mental thing, regular season. When we're not the main course, I don't know what it is. We just play better. But, playoffs, obviously, we're always going to be on. It's just the playoffs. But, regular season, for some odd reason, when we're not the main course, we play so much better. It's like a relief. Like, okay.
I mean, I could have told ESPN, like, hey, don't switch this game. Don't. Why would you do this? Like, Devin Booker is hurt. I think it was before Booker got hurt. I could have predicted this game was going to be a loss, Like, the Warriors were coming with, vengeance, because they got embarrassed. It was a statement game last game. And so they were coming with vengeance. Booker's hurt, and that's our best player. And and Mikal Bridges got his pinky dislocated.
Yeah.
Which, mind you, so Mikal Bridges has never, in his whole career, NBA career, has never missed a game. That's pretty special. Yeah. Dude is the Cal Ripken Jr. of fucking basketball. Love Mikal. Anyways, it was a shit game. Knew we were gonna lose this one. I mean, we're tired. We were coming. Here's the facts. We were coming from back to back with the
Right.
Pistons. The Warriors had I think it was like a 4-day rest or something.
Yep.
We obviously didn't have Booker. Steph Curry is going to do his thing, even though we still held him to 23 points. And we were just playing people that don't usually get minutes, like Ish Wainwright. We were playing him. We were playing Jalen Smith. We were playing Elfrid Payton.
Yeah.
Cam Payne, I think, went 3 for 17 or something like that.
Having 19 games and you telling me I need to respect his name, and then he does that the next game. So I try.
That's true. That's true. Hey, I love Cam Payne, but that was a trash night for you, bro. So
what about your boy?
I mean, do better. You got to do better than that. And honestly, one of my big issues with last night was Chris Paul, man. Like, you got to understand when to take over. If Devin Booker is out and Ayton kind of did his thing, I mean, he definitely shot a little bit more fadeaways than I'd like. Sometimes I like him to get big down there, but he doesn't. He likes his fadeaway shot.
He's tired. That's all it told me.
Yeah, maybe he was tired. But Chris Paul only shot 8 field goals. Man, you gotta do more than that.
He's tired too. Y'all played 3 games in 4 days.
Yeah.
3 games in 4 days, while the Warriors only played 1 game.
Fair enough. Yeah, and that's a good reason for the L. You know, I'm not worried. We won 18 in a row. Anyone that wants to talk trash to the Suns right now, honestly, I don't get it, because we just won 18 straight. So there's not really any shit that you can talk to me right now, because obviously we better than you. And this whole thing about Warriors fans, they're talking all that ish right now. And obviously the response is, hey, we didn't have Booker. He's our best player. And then their counter to that is, oh, well, we didn't have Klay Thompson and we didn't have James Wiseman. And I'm going to stop that right there. This whole fucking counter argument, I don't like it at all. Because, one, James Wiseman averaged, I think, like under 6 rebounds last year and like 11 points or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about James Wiseman. DeAndre Ayton would eat that. He would eat him up. He would eat him up. Honestly. So sitting there talking, you could have James Wiseman, you could have, Kevin Looney, you could have Draymond there. Whoever you have on the roster that's a big man for the Golden State Warriors is never going to be able to match up with DeAndre Ayton. So that counter in itself is ridiculous. And then Klay Thompson. Respect to the great. Klay Thompson, I think that he should be in the NBA top 75.
Yeah.
I think he's a Hall of Famer. But let's compare reality at this current moment. He's coming out of a torn Achilles and torn ACL injury. Hasn't played in 2 years. Devin Booker just pulled his hamstring, and the man can just come tomorrow or come to our Nets game and put up 30. So comparing Devin Booker being out with Klay Thompson and James Wiseman being out is just dumb. Right. It's not the same. Devin Booker is our best player on our team. Klay Thompson is great, and James Wiseman is above average, yet to prove himself. But that is just not the same. So we didn't have our star. We came out of a back-to-back. We just won 18 straight. I ain't worried.
I don't think it should be. I think the biggest thing that was getting on me is some people are like, yeah, they were talking shit. They were like, oh yeah, the Warriors are definitely beat these guys in a series. I was like, did y'all just forget the game just 3 days ago? Completely, utterly just watch the Warriors lose.
Right.
To the team that lost Devin Booker for the entire second half.
Yep.
So you're just going to assume this game is better when you got a whole day to game plan with no Devin. Devin is that's the funny thing. That's why I think the Chris Paul thing always gets me going, because everybody's like, Chris Paul, man, he's so great. He should be an MVP. I'm like, okay, yeah, he should be. But if you're going to put Chris Paul, you got to put Devin in there, because Devin's the best player on the team. Mm-hmm. The team is only going to go as far as Devin goes. Yeah. Not as far as Chris goes. Chris is dope, but he's not that guy anymore where he's going to lead your squad to the championship by himself. Clipper team, that was all CP3. I think CP3 should have won the year we should have beat the Rockets and that 3-1. That year, I thought Chris Paul was the MVP.
Right.
I thought he was having an MVP season, and he got robbed. But he's not that guy anymore, and that's why when not having Devin the entire game, and that's why you saw Monty throwing people in there, like just trying to find some type of energy. Like Elford, you gonna give it to me? Smith, you gonna give it to me? Are you something Shamit? Are you gonna at least show up? He showed up the game before, but he didn't show up. Shamit's not gonna give you 2 good games in a row. Campaign ain't gonna give you 2 straight back to back.
Yeah, Shamit, he annoys me. His shot selection sometimes I don't understand it. He's like trying to get going, and I'm okay with that. But dude, just like set your feet. Like the man just loves doing these like fadeaway. I mean, he's shooting with Jay Crowder too many times. I guess like in practice they must be hanging out or something. I don't know what's going on, but they just don't plant their feet. Just like get a good center of gravity before you shoot the shot. He's always shooting like fadeaways to the side and stuff. It's just annoying. And if Campaign is our leading field goal shooter, then I'm gonna just scratch that up as an L. You know, like
for sure.
We're never gonna
win
like that if Campaign is our leading shooter.
Why is he shooting that much anyway?
Great question. I don't know. He shot more than double of Chris Paul's shots, you know. So yeah, but back to your point about, you know, who's the leader of the Suns. I mean, I would say Chris Paul is still like the leader as far as like the locker room and just like strategy and the facilitator. And he's just like a veteran. But Devin Booker is like our knight in shining armor. Like he is our guy that goes out there and just gets volume scoring and goes out there and just puts up points, you know. So if we don't have him, I mean, we don't really have our offense, you know, because he is our offense. So,
yeah. And that's the thing. Like, he averages his career averages higher than Klay Thompson's right now. He averages 23. Klay only averages 19.
I mean that was 2 years ago too. So
I know, but I mean, was Klay going to average more? His career went on these last 2 years. Does he average more? I mean, maybe if he played when Curry was hurt, averaged more, but he didn't play when Curry was hurt, so that we would never know.
Right.
So that's the thing. That's the one thing that we have not seen with Klay yet is him playing by himself. Like it would have been great to see him be not hurt and Curry when Curry was hurt, so we can actually get to see Klay lead a team. You know, that's something and that's what I think that's the one like flaw in his like career is that we've never got to see Klay lead the season. I think a few games. I know Curry hurt his hand.
Yeah, there's been a few games, but
same thing. But
right.
but like we never seen him like the entire season's Clay's. Like how we're seeing with Paul George. Like Paul George is leading this entire season. Paul George ran the Pacers and things like that. So whenever I have people like be coming at him, I'm like, bro, you guys are wild. Like he has his own shoe. I mean, Clay has his own shoe too, but Paul was leading the team before he got to the Clippers. Paul's been, you know, the best player on his team.
Yeah.
Everywhere he's gone. You know, finally he's at a place where somebody's better than him, so he had to take a seat back. But now he's back into his element. Now that's for me was Klay. Like for me personally, if I'm starting a franchise, I'm starting with that. I mean, because I just don't know what it would be if I started with Klay. Like I think Klay is a great number 2. Great number 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I know who's the great number 3. Honestly, you know who's a great number 3?
Oh my goodness gracious!
Is or actually 4 in this case, I guess, is Andrew Wiggins. You know, I think Andrew Wiggins found his team. I think where he's at now is great for his game. He's not in the spotlight. He's not like meant to like lead a team. He's just there to get buckets. You know, and and I think he's playing great. One thing that does frustrate me though when we do play the Warriors is why do we ever guard Draymond Green? Why do we guard him? He's never going to shoot the ball unless he's like right under the basket. You know, like he never shoots mid-range. I think he shot 1 yesterday and everyone was like wild because like he never makes these. And you just know that he's going to pass it. So I just don't understand like why we get up on him. Like we got to give him more space. You know? I mean, the dude every time he touches the ball, he's like looking to pass. And it's just I don't know, frustrating. playing defense against him.
Especially as you talk about Draymond, some of these like records, man, he be breaking. Sometimes I'll be laughing because I would like, oh man, that's kind of cool. Like he one of 7 players in NBA history that have 9 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 steals, and 3 blocks.
Yeah, he's a great player.
I mean,
but shooting wise, like he's never going to shoot the ball, so just play off him.
But is that? I mean, like.
Wait, so 6 steals and 3 blocks?
Yeah.
That in itself is like an accomplishment to me. Like I think that's fucking crazy.
But that's just a weird like history, NBA history. Man, bro. Hey, back in my day, I had 9. I'm one of the 7 players that had 9 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 steals, and 3 blocks.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. That is very specific stat.
If I told you that 10 years from now, you're gonna be like, like, all right, that sounds cool. But what about the guy that had like 25, 7, and 7? Like,
yeah,
I think that might be better. But like I feel like you can have those stats in like 5 losses. Like,
yeah. But I mean, he's great. He's a great team player. I mean, he does the dirty work, so I appreciate that with Draymond. But it's just, man, he knows his role, never to shoot the ball, and he just finds Steph. And honestly, we contain Steph. He only got 23 points, so
yeah, that's
Warriors fans. Y'all need to chill. Y'all know
how to guard Steph, which is that's a team guard Steph. You know what I'm saying? I know people go, he still had 5 threes or something like that. He didn't have 5 threes. Yeah, 5 threes last night, something like that.
I expect him to shoot like 25 threes a game.
Yeah, that's true. He's gonna get that record, man. He's gonna get that record with the quickness.
Right.
So you gotta go into this
poverty franchise.
Ugly game. Okay, before 3 6 Mafia showed love to Ja Morant at Versus, which was a fight broke out between them and Bone Thugs and Harmony, which was just hilarious. Just
why are y'all doing that?
Why y'all
just
fighting?
Like they're like water bottle them or something?
Yeah, why? Don't water bottles.
Calling them ugly and stuff.
Yeah, he called them ugly, but look at here. As soon as anybody says "suck my," it's a fight breaking out. There's no coming back from that. There's not. I don't understand. Look here, as another man says that to you, and just and you're both yelling at each other already, and you said "suck my," you're gonna be like, "Whoa, all right, all right, it's time to fight, bro."
All right, hold on.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yeah.
It's time to fight, because that right there, I knew. Soon as he said "you ugly," I was like, all right, whatever. That's not gonna be. But then he said when Juicy J said that back, I was like, oh, this fight really about to break out. And then they apologized toward the end and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I heard it was still a great thing, but that was hilarious. But yeah,
my issue with OKC right now is. Everyone was all like, "Oh, Sam Presti, he's like a genius. Like, look at him. He's like, getting all these picks and stuff like that." Like, if y'all don't ever do anything with these picks, it doesn't mean anything. And they've continuously been like this poverty franchise. And in my opinion, y'all just need to pack your shit up and go back to Seattle, because what you guys are doing now isn't working. And I'm not saying that OKC at one point wasn't good and they were like playoff contenders and stuff. But they've had so much talent on this OKC Thunder franchise, and they haven't done shit with it. I mean, so much talent. Like, we're going down the list, like Kevin Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka. Who else? Paul George was on there.
Right now, on their team, I know Shai didn't play.
Oh, Sabonis. They had Sabonis on there. Dude, they've had so many people they could have built around. And for whatever reason, they just pack the stuff up and go. And poor Shea. Shea needs to get out of there.
That's Jay, man. He's just his prime years are just getting wasted away. And obviously, I feel he was a Clipper. We drafted him. We traded him for Paul George, and that was one guy I was like, come on, Doc, like figure out some way to keep SGA on our team and trade anybody else, but do not trade SGA. Like SGA, Kawhi, and Paul George would have been fantastic. You know what I'm saying? With Reggie coming off the bench, would have been perfect. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just think he's over there just that team is just it's weird because they're like hoarders. They're like the NBA team that is a hoarder team. They just got like you walk into their house and there's just draft picks just all wall picking up stuff
like in the cabinets.
Picking up something there's a draft pick just dead under the like that. How long has that draft pick been there?
Right. Like what are you guys gonna do with the second round 65th pick? You know, it's like what I don't know. It's just, man, I wish that they would just leave and just get a new owner, a new manager, because they're just boring to watch. And I don't really understand. I would love to talk to OKC Thunder fan and just be like, what's going on? Like, are y'all just like tanking every year now?
You know, OKC fan?
No.
I don't either. I have no idea. I don't know.
No.
I can't even think my Rolodex of like, do I even follow somebody like this? They're out. Are they out there? Are you and for real? Like, okay, if you're OKC fan, this, please reach out, man. We want you. We just want to get you on and just have a conversation. With you, ask you a few questions about why you're a fan of OKC.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're like, oh, Charles, you're a Clipper fan. Like, are you a fan of Clippers? I became a Clipper fan, you know what I'm saying, right after Michael Jordan retired. So, that's, the second time. So I've been a fan for like 20-something years. And we had some good years and some bad years. And you guys are in the same place. You probably had some good years.
Suns were trash for a long time.
Yeah, we understand where you're coming from. We want to know just what's going to keep you there.
Right.
And do you want to stay there? Because you always have an out. You can always, say when we both had outs where everybody's always asking us like, why didn't you take this step away? You just had confidence. I want to know as an OKC fan, what is your confidence? What is your hope? Is there something that you're hoping happens?
Is there a light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like at least for the Suns, like we had Devin Booker, and we all knew that he was going to be a star, But and we've definitely had some bad moves. We drafted Marquise Chris, Dragan Bender, Alex Len, all these like booty ass players. And yeah, I mean I can empathize with them for losing, but it just doesn't seem like there's any light at the end of the tunnel. Like I don't think Shea is going to be the next Devin Booker. I mean Shea's great, but I don't think he's that good to just like lead a team to the playoffs.
Devin Booker by himself didn't lead a team either. So
yeah, certainly that's a good point. But I will say that Devin Booker is better than Shea. Come on, let's be real.
I agree. Okay. And I'm just saying, as a Clippers fan, I'm like, I mean, I was just like, we've always been in the mix. So it's not like not always, but like the last 10, the last 10 years, we've been in the mix. We've been in the playoffs. I know everybody made fun of it. The biggest joke for us was you guys can't get past the second round. But we were still making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every single year. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, in defense of the OKC Thunder, they did make the playoffs when Chris Paul was there.
They did. And
kudos to that.
And KD and all them and Paul George and Westbrook, they did make the playoffs, but they lost to Blazers and Damian Lillard's game-winning shot off of Paul George. They end the series. So
George is so bad right now. It's very frustrating. As a basketball fan,
it's just a dip. It's just 73. Almost to be doubled up in an NBA game. It's just different.
Yeah.
To be almost doubled up. Like they scored 79.
And they didn't even have Ja Morant too, right?
No Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. As a basketball fan, it's just like, what are y'all doing? Like y'all need to have like what remember the Eagles? Was it the Eagles that like signed like people off the street?
Oh,
y'all need to sign some people off the street.
Something. Go to your G League team or somebody and just like invest. I mean, look at the Rockets. We thought the Rockets were gonna have a terrible season. They're on a 5-game winning streak. Like, and that's with Jalen Green on the bench. Like, that's the funny thing. They've been 5-0 with Jalen Green sitting. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to say that Eric Gordon cook. Eric Gordon to give you of at least 6 wins. You know what I'm saying? Him cooking, he nice. Eric Gordon, another Clipper draft pick.
I like Eric Gordon.
Look here, man. We got a whole bunch of draft picks. The Clippers do that. They are very good players, but not stars anywhere. But they're solid players, and we got them all. So this is why I always say we draft very well. Doc was a good draft, but he just never played the guys he drafted. Like I just never understand. You draft them, think about it, and then that's why I'm very into Brandon Boston Jr. He's gonna be good for us. Just keep throwing that out there, boy. He's nice. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm going to is we had this quick little argument about who you starting your franchise with, LaMelo and Antman. Antman, some of y'all don't know that's his nickname, Anthony Edwards. You know, just slamming, jamming. He's starting to get a shot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, obviously, I'm a LaMelo guy from the high school. I've been I'm a Lamar Ball guy. I always had all the confidence that all his kids are making
to the Lamar Ball guy.
I like him. I mean, how he went about it, I understand it's a little different. But as a dad, man, I love other dads talking stuff about how great their kids are going to be and how great they're going to end up and where they're going to be. Yes, it was annoying to the media, but annoying
to the media, annoying to everyone in general. Like, I don't know. I think I appreciate him as a father and a supportive dad, but also like he seems kind of narcissistic and like he always wants the spotlight. It's just like, dude, you can support your son without trying to like get on ESPN. You know, like you can support your son without trying to draw the attention to you. And that's my problem with him, is that he always is trying to like create his own hype, which and it seems like he's like feeding off of his son's ability to get his own spotlight, like to make his own clown shoes, to make his own like shit. And that's my problem. I feel like he's kind of using his son in a way, but who am I? Yeah, I mean,
his sons are at the end of the day, they're your sons, and he can't play no more. So he's trying to make them money at the same time as making himself money. I mean, it is what it is. But at the same time, like you can see LeVar in LaMelo. Like LaMelo is probably his dad more so than Lonzo. His dad.
Really?
Lonzo's more
LaMelo
is this, but he on the court he's different. See, that's the thing.
They're both kind of like quiet.
Off the court is like I like his dad. You know what I'm saying? But on the court, his dad has taught them the right way to play the game. Because Lonzo and LaMelo, they play the same way, but off the court, Lonzo's a little bit more subdued, so a little bit lower, not really, not a like flamboyant type of guy. But LaMelo is the opposite. LaMelo is very flamboyant. He's flashy. He wants people to know he's in the room. He's here. He's what up. Like, he's been like that since he was a young buck. He's dogging his teammates on camera. He's playing overseas. He's always been, I'm nice. I know I'm nice.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Lonzo was like, I know I'm good, but you guys are going to be the judge. I'll just show it on the court. I don't need to tell you I'm good. I'll show it on the court. You know what I'm saying? And that's LeVar. LeVar's like, I'm telling you my kids are good instead of just letting them show it. You know what I'm saying?
And Lonzo, I feel like Lonzo had to adjust a little bit when he got to the NBA. Like he had to work on a shot a little bit. I mean, he had like kind of like up and down beginning of his career, at first. But the LaMelo like came out.
Guns are blazing. And I think that has to do with personality. I mean, I think Lonzo, the personality of his dad was annoying Lonzo. And Lonzo had a lot more to deal with, when money going to go and lost and all this other stuff, off the court stuff that had something to do with Big Baller Brand and the whole somebody stealing money. And Lonzo was part of that because that was his money getting stolen. So that was a lot more deeper than I feel like that he was going through during his time. And, LaMelo didn't have to deal with most of that when he got in. So it's one of those things that I will, out of this argument of LaMelo or Antman, I'll go with Antman. But if because I just don't want both to pick LaMelo. I just think that's just different.
Hey, man, speak your truth. If we both pick LaMelo, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's clearly, dude. In my mind, there's no argument. I think
it's not.
I think Anthony Edwards is great, but I think there is more players that are, I guess we'll say this. There are more available shooting guards that can get you buckets and play good defense than there are point guards like LaMelo Ball. So I think LaMelo Ball is more unique, although I know Anthony Edwards is amazing and he's a high flyer and everything like that. But this game needs a leader and a facilitator and a great point guard. And LaMelo Ball is one of a kind. Honestly, I think he is harder to replace than Anthony Edwards. And and who knows? Anthony Edwards might prove me wrong and become the next Michael Jordan. Who knows? But I'm saying that there's plenty of shooting guards out there that you can fit next to LaMelo and make it work. And I'm not saying, and there's just not as many point guards that can replace LaMelo's talent.
And it's one of the things that, for me, I totally agree. I don't think Anthony is too far behind because of the scare. I think there's something about being feared when you feared at dunking. There's a lot of think of the best players, LeBron, the the Jordans, the Kobe's. During their come up, they were feared when they were coming to the basket. People were starting to move out the way, and I think Anthony Edwards is getting to that point where people are starting to move. A lot of people were starting to get in his way, but now he's starting to dunk on people and take off from the beyond the dotted line.
Yeah,
he's gonna get Vince Carter in his early career feared. So that's the fear is gonna get him 16 points easy. He should get 16 points with just being out there. His shot can be off. He should get 16 points going to the rack just because players are just scared to get dunked on, to get slammed on, to get any of that. When you have that fear, you're going to get 16. Now, if he gets that shot going, I think he's been a great addition to why I think Cat, who was probably one of the main people that I want to leave this franchise, but now Cat's do I want to leave now? Anthony Edwards,
Cat's leaving.
I finally have a guy that is going to. He's a dog. He's not scared of Jimmy Butler. He want to play D. He want to throw your shit off the backboard.
Yeah, he's not scared
on you. He gonna make
it's close between LaMelo and
I just think I think Anthony Edwards just gets better and better and better. He's making the All-Star team this year. Yeah. He should. LaMelo is making the All-Star team this year. You know what I'm saying? I think they both enter. I think he's one of those guys that we're gonna see them. It's like how we see Trae Young and Luka, always, trying to almost.
There's no argument with that. Anyone that thinks Trae is better than Luka, you're out of your mind.
I mean, individually, sure, but
are you out of your mind?
I might be, because Trae led his team to a victory against the potential MVP.
That's team basketball. That's team basketball. I'm saying, listen here.
Oh, come on. There's a great individual, but there's an individual play and there's leaders. I'm, as of right now, looking at stats. Their stats.
You're ridiculous. The sample size is not large enough, one. Secondly, it's team basketball. So Trae didn't necessarily lead the whole entire team. It's team basketball, and the Hawks are better than the Mavs. I would say the Hawks are better than the Mavs.
The Hawks were injured.
Hear me out. So Luka and Trae Young. Luka is much better at defense. He's bigger, and Trae Young is a liability at defense. You can ISO Trae Young all day. He's tiny, and that's where his game is flawed. I'm saying if he was as big as Luka, then it would be Trae Young all day. But it's about physicality, and it's about the other side of the court. And whenever Trae Young is playing defense, he gets ISO'd and he gets picked on. Luka doesn't get picked on. Luka can actually play some good defense, and he's bigger than most point guards.
But Luka doesn't. That's the thing. He doesn't play D. He has one steal a game in his career. He averages 0.6 blocks. He don't play D. Luka don't play defense. Luka is James Harden. He's part of that tree of great scorers that don't play D.
I think when it counts, if it's during the playoffs, Luka will play some good defense.
All right, let me let the Dallas Mavericks play the Suns in a playoff series, and you'll get to see
the Dallas Mavericks. Oh well, the Suns always crush the Mavericks.
But the thing is, I feel like you've seen him play just set. I've the last 2 years I've had to deal with him in the playoffs. I've had to deal with Luka in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Luka goes high when it plays some defense. He don't guard no Paul. He's not guarding Paul George. He's not guarding Kawhi. He's guarding like Reggie Jackson. He's
but here's the thing. Here's my thing.
Like he's not like I understand Trey is not, but Trey is still guarding one of the top players. He's trying.
But here's my thing though, is that teams aren't ISOing Luka on when he's on defense. Teams are ISOing Trae Young. You know, they're looking out for Trae Young. They're like, where's Trae? Where's Trae? Let's switch. Let's get, Devin Booker on Trae Young. Easy bucket.
It's not easy.
Teams are doing that for Luka. Luka might be lackadaisical with defense, but he still is better at defense than Trae Young, and he doesn't get picked on. Like
I have to disagree, because that's the thing. You're saying no. Because you're saying it's a team game when the Hawks are beating the 76ers, but it's not a team game when it comes to defense. Also, why is this only a team game on one side of the court? What about the other side?
But we're comparing players. We're comparing players, and we're comparing them on both sides of the court. I'd say Luka and Trae Young offensively. I personally think that Luka is better than Trae Young offensively. So I think he even has him there on that side of the court. And I'm definitely sure that Luka has him on the defensive side of the court.
You see, that's the thing. You're only giving a definite because he's bigger than Trae. Like it's not because he actually plays defense. Like Luka does not actually play defense. Like he doesn't actually play.
You lost me, bro.
Just because you're bigger does not mean you play defense. Trae actually plays defense, even though he's smaller. He has more. He has, what I'm saying? He plays better laterally. He's just a better defender than Luka is, just because you ain't got the height. And it may be because I'm a small guy. I'm a point guard. That shit for us small people. But I'm trying to say I wouldn't like right now. And it could be because Charles J. Hater, the Clippers, he keeps lighting y'all up. But I don't care. Trae has proven he can lead a team. That Hawks team was not fully healthy when we beat. As much as we want to throw on, it was Ben Simmons that fucked it all up. No, Trae Young was lighting their asses up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And against the Bucks, they won a few games against the Bucks. They made the Bucks a little tight, even though they weren't going to win that series at all. But it still was that. That is different. That's different. That is looky here. The narrative has not started with Luka, but it starts this year. If he gets to the playoffs and they lose in the first round again, that narrative is going to be slapped on his career. You can't get out the first round, my guy. You can't. You can't get out the first round. It's not you. Is Luka good enough to get his team out the first round?
Yeah. But it is a team. But it is a team sport. I mean, dude, you can't tell me that you think that Luka is not going to have a better career than Trae.
I can tell you that.
Oh,
I believe
you're out of your mind, bro.
I believe
Trae Young. I think that you're just
has a better
you're not
career.
Accepting the fact that Trae Young is a liability on defense.
I believe Trae Young has a better career than Luka.
All right. Noted.
That's not saying
Luka's shit in like 10 years.
Trash. Yeah. I just think when we get back down to it and we're looking at the wins, the playoff appearances, the chips and appearances and stuff like that, Trae gonna have more.
I'm writing this shit down right now. So
Okay. All right.
Dig your grave. Hold on.
I just think. Look, man.
So you think Luka is gonna have less playoff appearances than Trae Young?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, he's already up.
So do you think he's going to have
2 rounds?
You think he's going to have better statistics than Trae Young?
Statistics?
Yeah, you think Trae Young is going to have better statistics than Luka?
I don't know about that.
Oh, now he's backing up, y'all.
No,
he's backing up.
Luka's averaging right.
They're around the same.
Yeah, they're around the same. Luka's averaging 25. His career stats is 25 points a game. You know what I'm saying?
What's Trae Young's?
Trae Young. Trae Young is 24. 8 assists.
Got him.
24-8. You know what I'm saying? Luka is 25-7. The right stats wise, it's cool.
They're on
stats. I think stats wise, maybe Luka gets him by some points and things like that. But I think
Luka is better? Like there's no doubt in my mind that I would rather have Luka. So let's ask this: would you rather build your team around Trae Young or Luka?
Trae Young.
Wow. Okay. Next topic.
So, high school player punched another guy. Wow, like just real quick. I don't know if y'all seen it yet. Please go look it up. High school kid, they're about to do handshakes, and he just gives the boy a punch in the gut and then across the face, and then he clips him again with the left on the way down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the side of his teammate, and you're the oppo. As his teammate, I'm like, what's going on, guy? What happened? What did he say? I just got in this big brawl, man, and I don't understand what happened. For you not to tell us you're about to do that, I'm highly upset.
Yeah.
Let me know what you about to do. Give me a heads up. Like, at least let me know your anger is there. And I guess I might have known a little bit, but I didn't know you were this angry.
This kid needs a role model, honestly.
You got
the video?
As what?
Do we got the clip?
Yeah, I can find it real quick.
It's bad.
It's a very, very sad thing. Like,
yeah, you need a role model. I don't know who his parents are, but you can't just be having.
He's getting charged with like a felony assault and all types of
felony.
stuff.
Whoa, that's a little much. I don't know. Like
they really out here
taking felony. Stop it! Not a felony.
That's what they got him. High school.
That's suspect. I don't know.
I mean, that's what
I think. I mean, yeah, he cheap shotted him. Did he hit him in the nuts?
Sucker punches and handshake line. I don't know if he like hit him in. No, he didn't hit him in the
nuts, and then he came through with another hit. And man, that's. I mean, you can't beat, especially whenever like everyone's being like good sports and like everyone's like clapping and shit. You to come in at that time, like it's one thing to like do it right after a foul or something like that, but after the game, when everyone's being a good sport, you're going down the line, and that's when you decide to do it. Shame.
But it happened. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. Yeah. If y'all ain't seen it yet, he walking, looking.
Beat, doink, doink. Oh man,
he was ready.
That's terrible. Yeah, come on, man. Everyone's trying to be good sports. What the fuck you doing, bro? If I was his dad, man, like I would be very upset with my kid. Like, you don't do that shit.
It's just like to another level. Like, my goodness, well, let's just like bam. Wait.
Not like that was a good. That was a good punch.
Wait, where is he?
He needs to maybe stop playing basketball.
Right here. Look at him. Look at the fist. The fists are already ready to go. He's leaning. He's on his tippy toes, dog. He's ready. He already knows. One. He is coming back, get you down to my level because the dude is at least a few inches taller than he is. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Good job by his teammate, dog. Like his teammate.
If that happens and my son is a culprit, I'm calling the other kid's dad, and we're doing like a formal apology in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also gonna let my son. I'm gonna tie his hands down, and then gets a free shot. The other kid, free shot. No doubt, dude. You don't do that shit. You gotta learn your lesson. Mm-hmm. And if you're gonna cheap shot someone like that, you have to. There's gonna be a repercussion. I'm not hitting the kid. I'm not doing that. But if another kid his size, I mean, I think that kid deserves one shot at him. For safety, put on the boxing glove, but definitely deserves some sort of repercussion on that one.
For sure. All right. So to quickly before we leave, one little thing I always try to do is surprise Josh with some random topic. And the random topic today has nothing to do with basketball. Is a plumber finds $600K in Joel Osteen's church walls.
Oh. I hate that guy. I mean, is it anything that we don't already know, that the guy is laundering money probably and he's like shady? I don't know. Any of these like large church figures, and they're always corrupt. I mean, come on. Like, what do you expect? There's definitely some shady shit going down in his buildings and stuff.
He's
so
definitely the shady.
But if you're that plumber, are you taking that shit?
I mean, obviously he didn't, because he told everybody in the world that
That's
he
true.
found it.
I wouldn't tell a soul. I'm taking that shit.
600K in envelopes just in the wall.
Yeah, I'm taking that shit.
And then I think he also didn't want nobody in his church when it was flooding.
He's shady.
He also, I think, asked for the money for the PPP loan.
Yeah, he got a bunch.
He got a bunch of money for the PPP loan too. Like, bro.
Man, and people like that prey off of desperate.
No pun intended.
Yeah, pray. Damn. Yeah, but not a fan. And if I'm getting that, if I'm finding that $600K, that's mine. And then, but I am a little worried because I'm sure Joel Osteen's got some, shady hitman like around his posse. So I'm looking behind my back for sure.
Let's pray for that plumber, man.
Costa Rica or something.
Let's pray for that plumber putting out that information, because he's gonna have to deal with the consequences of the Joel Osteen's.
Yeah, but my thing is, like, are they gonna do like a investigation on where that money is, why that's in there and not in the bank? Let's look into this. Let's unpack that.
I hope so. Yeah, but Chasing Chips, thank y'all for watching, tuning in. We're here. Clippers destroy the Lakers.
Yeah.
Bank shot marks. Suns are about to start another streak. Hopefully get some rest. Some guys. Other than that, man, keep watching, keep paying attention. This is episode 10. We made it 10. Yeah. We out here 10 episodes. We'll get once
and
again.
We're getting better, bro. I like where we're going with this, and it's just fun. Let's just keep having fun. I mean, what's funny is that if we didn't record this, we'd be having the same conversation.
Yes, exactly.
So that's why it's fun. We're just friends.
Yeah,
having a good time and talking about shit.
If you can't catch us all on Instagram, or you can't catch the whole episode on YouTube, we're also on Anchor or Apple Podcasts, on Spotify Podcasts. Hop on there, listen. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let us know how you feel. Leave some notes in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. If you want to talk that shit, talk that shit. If you want to run it, you think you know better than us, come with it. We had some dude talking about Belly on the Warriors. Oh, man, I was looking forward to that. Honestly, OKC fans out there too, if you wanna chat, hit me up, because I don't know what the hell is going on with your team, poverty ass franchise. That's it. I'm done.
Right. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Enjoy your weekend. I ended the broadcast.